Okie dokie, good afternoon folks, how are we all doing? Welcome to Leeds. And it's not the weather we had yesterday, I'm afraid. It's the fog's still malingering about. Its visibility is pretty poor actually. Around about a mile. We're not fog bound by any stretch of the imagination, and we're going to start the stream with two Bizjets. We've got an arrival, we've got the based Fenham, I think it is, GHAPA, is on finals. It's just coming over Leeds, it's about 4 miles out. And we've got a citation of NetJets about to depart as well, which is on multi-flight waiting to taxi out. So yeah, starting with two Bizjets, which is nice. And main man's back.
Yep, hello everyone.
Hey, Tom's back behind the camera. Suppose we better have a sound check and make sure I'm not talking to myself. Do we have sound, guys? Let us know in the chats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sound check. Sounds good, thank you. Right, don't want to stand here talking to myself like I did the other day. So, yeah, welcome to Leeds, everybody. Hope everybody's having a nice weekend. Right, Tom, get ready for this next arrival. It's going to pop out of the clouds in the next couple of seconds.
Okay.
It's the cloud base is so low, we might not even see it until it's a couple of 100 feet above the ground, actually. We did have a look at getting the car parking spot down at the other end of the runway. There wasn't a chance. The lay-by was full. So we're up here on the hill again. So that does give us a nice view of the ramp. But it's just cold, and it's freezing up here.
Yeah, but it's not great.
It's not great. So we've got the brolly up to try and keep the wind off us. And there is quite a stiff breeze blowing. To say it's foggy and misty, it's quite windy. I think Max, who's in the chat as well, he's just about 50 yards down the field from us watching the planes. Hello, Max. Dwayne Curley's in the chat as well. How are you doing, Dwayne? Oliver F, good afternoon. Yvonne, our super mod. How are you doing, Yvonne?
Very wet. Very wet. Careful.
It is actually a very fine drizzle up here as well at the moment, so it's a good job we've got the brolly up. Glenis James, another one of our super mods. How's it going, Glenis? Ballsy84, hello, how are you doing? He says he hopes, Ballsy says, hope the fog ain't that bad. He's flying back from Dublin tonight. Well, if it stays like this, you'll be okay, buddy. This Bizjet's taking a long time. Tom, is he flying in backwards?
I'm sure it was 2 miles though.
It's going to pop into view in a second. Another one of our super mods, Midnight Star, Sarah. Hello, how are you doing? And another one as well, Marjolein over in the Netherlands. Hello to you, Marjolein. Max says it's right in front of us. Here it comes, look. Finally literally popping out of the clouds a couple of 100 feet above. Alan Hargreaves, a very good afternoon. Dan Fretwell, how's it going, Dan? Graham Tannerhill, how are you doing? Mr. Manchester, Rod Gill, how's it going, Rod? And that is our based Fenham. Is it a Fenham or an Embraer, that one? I'm not sure. Let me look it up. It's not, it's an Embraer. I do apologise, it's an Embraer E550. Carol Ann, very good afternoon. David Oakes, how are you doing, Dave? Becky's Planes, Trains and Buses. Hello there, how are you doing? Lovely to see you. Paul Stanley, a big hello. Peter Wall down in Manchester, how's it going? I know things about cars. Kyle, hello Kyle. Oh, come on. Danny Talks Sports, hello to you. Colin, aka Mush, our supermod, how's it going? Here's the other Bizjet I was talking about. This is a little NetJets. Going out to Chambéry, that one. I'd imagine somebody's going on a posh skiing trip. Toon Cryer, very good afternoon. Claire B, how are you doing, Claire? Isaac, Lee Fern, good afternoon. Laura Maloney, how are you doing, Laura? Grandma's in the chat as well. Hello, Mother.
Hello.
Jonathan RP, a very good afternoon. I see some of you have found the new Bizjet emoji. I had that last night, actually. Yeah, oh, your grandma. Rod says there were a few RAF E550s doing approaches at Leeds on Christmas Eve. Right, I think I've said hello to everybody. If I've missed anybody out, let us know. So as you can probably tell, the visibilities are pretty poor actually, but we can see the planes, that's all that matters. Unlike yesterday when I left, wasn't anybody that was watching yesterday? That was quite bizarre actually, wasn't it? The airport just slowly got swallowed by the fog. There goes the little NetJets citation. Enjoy your skiing trip, guys. And that's gone. Literally 200 or 300 feet above the ground. I'm afraid it's going to be one of them days. It's got a very murky, grey sort of day. But any stream's better than no stream, I suppose. Oliver says, why does Leeds never get big planes? I know, it's a shame, isn't it? It used to do. We used to have jumbos in here. And, yeah, I can't remember the last time we had a decent-sized aircraft in Leeds. It's been a very long time. I think the biggest thing we've had lately in the last couple of years is the C-17 and the A400. Other than that, especially passenger-wise, it's been a long time. Yeah. Oh, hello. Very nice. Air X. Is that a CRJ? I think it is.
Three Bizjets in a row.
Yeah, how bizarre. It is it? It's a CRJ. That's going out to Turin in Italy. 9 Hotel Alpha Mike Yankee. 9H Amy. The reg on that one. That was on the arrivals board for yesterday afternoon while I was streaming and it never turned up. Must have been rescheduled. Yeah. It's on auto then. Face Fatal, good afternoon. AT, good afternoon to you. Danny Jones, how you doing, Danny? Saw your dad yesterday and your son. Hope they got some good photos. Rod says Chambéry was closed a bit earlier, so it's must be open again, Rod, unless I don't think that would have departed. Danny Talks Sport says, is a Jet 2 from Leeds to Leeds on a training flight? I would imagine that probably is a training or a test flight. Huffy Hog, good afternoon. Wow. Huffy Hog says his son and us were invited onto the Embraer 500 Legacy. Very nice. And got to sit in the cockpit as well. Fabulous. Right, that Bizjet's just starting to roll. Three, two, one, gone. Elise Boutique, how are you doing? Squirrel, a very good afternoon. Rod Gill says loads of Bizjets were diverted to Edinburgh and Glasgow yesterday. Lucky them. We got one, didn't we, while we were streaming? A Bizjet, a PC-24, diverted up from Manchester. Karen Hay, good afternoon, Karen. Mark Hunter and Keith L, hello to you. Dot Brownlow, how are you doing? RSVP, very good afternoon. Nice to see the chat nice and busy. We've also got Max sat down here, and let's see if we can get a wave off him. Have a look down, Tom. Max, give us a wave. There we go. He's in the chat. He'll be getting a wet bum sat there. Right, so let's have a look on flight radar. Anything are coming? Yes, there is. No, there isn't. I thought there was one on approach, but it's up high. It's Heathrow to Aberdeen, right over Leeds at the moment. Had me fooled. So we'll have to have a look at the ramp for a bit, Tom, and we'll get the next bit of action.
Let's have a look around.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Jet 2s on the ramp and 1 Ryanair at the moment. Oliver says, why do we always record planes? Because it says hobby. Cy Wright, how you doing? Laura, where are you again? Remind me. She says, is it cold at home? So she's obviously away somewhere nice and warm. Was you down in Lanzarote or down in the Canaries? I've forgotten. Big Will, how you doing? Jonathan, yeah, you're not wrong there. Looks like the Jet 2 static air display team are in action today. Hi, Flying Aviation, how you doing? Where? Oh, we do have an inbound. Tom's found it on flight radar. Down to 3,000 feet, so it's a couple of minutes out. Is that another Jet 2?
Yep.
Coming in from
Malaga.
down in Spain. Oliver says, where is the furthest airport that you've recorded at? Probably Lanzarote, actually. I've been there a few times. I've not done much streaming abroad, to be honest. I think, is it just Lanzarote we've streamed from abroad, Tom?
I think so.
Yeah. So our local is Leeds and Manchester. I think we've done one from East Midlands as well, haven't we? Where else have we been? I think that's about it. We did try to do one up in the lakes, didn't we? The silliest thing we've ever done, we went to Carlisle to do a stream and the blooming airport was shut. Actually, it was just after COVID, that wasn't it, Tom, or just before, and yeah, it's actually closed down. CB, how are you doing? Vlogging everything, how's it going? Hope you've all had a nice Christmas, by the way. Can you see anything down there, Tom? Any passengers getting on and off? Nice to see Patryk yesterday, actually.
Nothing at the moment.
No, all quiet. Jack Sims, how are you doing, Jack? Michael Raw, how are you doing, Michael? Welcome along. Tony Else, good afternoon, Tony. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. Hope you've had a lovely Christmas. I'm going to give Tony Else a big shout as well because he's been in the membership right from the beginning, and that is really appreciated. Much appreciate your support, buddy. Giant Coin Stacks, how are you? And I wonder if Dan Fretwell's still in the chat as well. Did you get down to Parkrun this morning, Dan? I think you was a bit under the weather the other day, wasn't you? I had quite a good run this morning, guys. I came second. I was only 20 seconds behind the winner. There's always that one person, Tom, that can beat me, every time. Right, next inbound is in sight. The air is very damp, we might get some ribbons coming off this as he comes down the ILS.
We did earlier, before we started.
Let's keep his eyes open. Now I've said that, there's none. No, he's let us down there, hasn't he? Scotty 13, how are you doing? Richard Joy, hello. That's Jet 2 from Malaga, 737-800. Thank you, Karen. Kyle's wanting his dad to take him up to the airport. You'll have to get down and beg, Kyle. I suppose housework's more important. Kyle, how old are you, by the way, just out of interest? Oliver says, have we been on a Ryanair? We have, haven't we, Tom? We've been on a few.
Yeah.
737-800 and a Max. We've been on the Max as well. And yeah, I find Ryanair okay. Apart from the coffee, I don't like the coffee.
And the woman who shouted at me for recording.
Yeah, she did. Can you tell your son to stop filming the passengers? That's what she said.
Even though I wasn't filming the passengers.
No. You fell out with her, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't want to see her again.
Steve Jones, hello Steve, nice to see you yesterday. Hope you got some nice pickies. Kyle is the same age as you, Tom.
15.
15. Alison Taylor, very good afternoon, Alison. We've also had 100 likes, that is really kind, thank you guys. Ooh, Jonathan showing off, he's off on the Qatar Dreamliner in a couple of weeks, very nice. Are you going to Doha or is that a stop off? Are you going further afield? Tony, thank you, and it's appreciated, mate. Max says he doesn't like coffee. I don't think you like coffee either, do you, Tom?
No.
No. I do enjoy a coffee, but no, the Ryanair coffee is not one of my favourites. I'm not sure what type it is. Jonathan's off to Abu Dhabi via Doha. Oh, very nice. Well, it'd be nice and warm down there. The fog's actually lifted a little. It's the visibility's got a little bit better in the last 10 minutes. That's good. I was panicking a bit in the car coming over, wasn't we, Tom? We went over the tops and we disappeared into the fog, and we thought, uh-oh, it's going to be fog bound. But luckily we're just a couple of 100 feet below the cloud. And Michael Raw, that's really kind. Thank you for your lovely comments as well, sending us a £5 super chat. That's really kind, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will put that to good use towards into the channel, so it's very kind. Cheers, buddy. I know I said it before, and you probably all know, but any donations that we do get go back into the channel, and we are determined to do that. We don't blow it on anything silly, do we, Tom?
No.
It all goes back into equipment or petrol or Jaffa cakes. That Jet 2 just squeezing in there. Look onto, I think that's stand number, is that stand 8 or 9, that one, Tom? It's one or the other. Squeezing in between the Ryanair and Jet 2. If you like 737s, this is definitely the airport to be at. Not much variation. Lan's off to make a coffee and breakfast. Breakfast? At this time of day? I wonder whereabouts in the world Carol is. Oliver, yes, I love a coffee. Coffee with 1 sugar, that's my tipple. Pilot Fred, very good afternoon. And John Ranger, how are you doing, John? Yes, it is nice to see the 300 series is still flying. There's quite a few still based here at Leeds. And Michael, many thanks, has sent us a £2 super chat. That's really kind, buddies. Thank you. Like I say, we'll put that back into the channel. That's very kind, much appreciated. Excuse me. And Michael sent us another £2. Thank you, pal. That is very kind indeed. Very much appreciated. Cheers, pal. And Philip Whitehead, how's it going, Philip? It's well, it's not as foggy as it has been at the moment. It's yesterday was very patchy. I got lucky. I must admit, I got lucky yesterday afternoon to grab a couple of hours between the fog. Did roll in towards the end of the stream, didn't it? But didn't really spoil things too much. Another person that's been in the membership right from the beginning, Andy Foster's Travels. How you doing, pal? Now Laura's making us all jealous. She's sat dipping her feet in the pool. Can't be bad. You wish you were just dipping your feet in the pool, Tom?
It'd be better than this.
Pilot Fred says, is the air bridge on stand 8 still broken? I think, best of my knowledge, I think it's the one on stand 7 that's broken. Philip says he flies the 733 in the simulator. Have you got a 300 in your simulator, Tom?
Not the 300. I've got the 800.
Kyle says, have you managed to get into Flight Simulator 2024? Have you got it working? You sort of got it going. I think you're not happy with it though, are you? It's not quite working now.
It's not great.
What happens? Does it keep freezing up?
Pretty much.
Does seem to be a few glitches in there that need ironing out. Bob's in the chat, aka Amiman, spit it out, Travels. How's it going, Bob? Amiman Travels. I wouldn't like to say that after 5 pints. Alan Lee up in the northeast, how are you doing? Now, Danny Jones says we've got a little German Bizjet pinging as well. DC Sun. I didn't even know that was in, Danny. Ryanair on the pushback as well. Darryl Clark, a very good afternoon. Zishan, Ahmad, how you doing? Daryl says, hope you had a good Christmas. It was very nice, thank you. The one good thing about Christmas is you get extra park runs. Extra park run on Christmas Day and an extra park run on New Year's Day, which is good news for me. Michael, many thanks, buddy. You sent us a £1 super chat as well. That is really kind, thank you.
Thank you.
Like I said, that we will put it back into the channel. We are currently saving towards a new tripod, aren't we, Tom? So it's that will go in the tripod fund. So yeah, many thanks, pal. Very kind. Danny says there's another Bizjet in as well, SPIZU. It says that one might be night stopping. That's the only downside about this location. We can't see the biz ramp. It is behind. We are behind the hangars. The ramp is obviously around the other side, and you can't see anything of that ramp at all from here. Bus driver, how are you doing? And Paul Weaver, how are you doing, Paul? Daryl says it sounds far too energetic. It's well, you can do parkrun as fast and slow as you like. You can even walk it. It is very Moorish as well. Once you can't just go once. If you go once, you'll keep going and going and going. You get to meet everybody's all nice and friendly there, and it's there's literally thousands now around the world. It's a big, very popular thing. A very good afternoon to Paul Usher. How are you doing, Paul? Hope you've had a nice Christmas. Yeah, thank you, Michael. Right, I better have a look on Flight Radar, hasn't I? See where this Ryanair's going. Ryanair is going out to Riga. The German citation that Danny mentioned is a Vista jet that's going to be going out to Parma. That should be taxiing out fairly soon. That'll make 4 Bizjets we've had on stream, and we've only been going half an hour or so. And Laura Maloney, we owe you a massive thank you. She says, Fab stream, have a coffee and a Jaffa cake on me. That is very nice indeed.
Oh, thank you, Laura.
Yeah, sending a £20 super chat. That is really kind indeed. Thank you, Laura. And hope you're having a fantastic holiday. Well, that is very kind indeed. Thank you. And we'll... And Dan Fretwell, you are still there. I did mention it. You can't have been listening, can you? Yes, I did go to parkrun earlier. Came second down this morning. I was about 20 seconds behind the winner. Just couldn't quite catch him. So yeah, I had quite a good run. It felt good for once. Robert Hilton, morning, Roberts. Morning, afternoon. Hope you're keeping well. Lindsay York, good afternoon to you. Right, so Ryanair taxi now, going out to Riga. It's a 737-800. Sure, we all know the score by now from this location. That's taxiway Delta. That doesn't quite go to the end of runway 32. They have to do a little backtrack, and when they do the backtrack, they disappear off behind the trees from our location. And taxiway Delta, believe it or not, in the olden days, that was an old runway. That was they used to call it before taxiway Delta, they called it the North-South taxiway. And before that, it was, I think it was runway 36. Runway 3618, I think it was. Well, that is going back a long, long time. I certainly don't remember it being in use as a runway. But apparently it used to be in the early days. Steve Jones says he thinks to start to build the new parking bays next month. Wow. I understand they're just building 2 to start with, Steve, is that right? And then adding 2 more. Was it you that told me that, Tom, over there?
That's what I read.
Yeah. And then adding, was it 2 every year for up to another, for the next 5 years, I think. I think there's 10 additional parking spaces coming up. I think that area between taxiway in November and the ramp is going to be filled in, isn't it, to sort of extend the parking area. Josh Cunningham, how are you doing? Yes, we're up on that muddy hill behind the hangars. Its proper name is, it's called Plane Tree Hill. You can no longer get your car up here, by the way, guys. It's going back, it's over a decade now. They shut it off. They've got a big metal barrier up, so you can't get your car up here anymore. You do get 1 or 2 4x4s sneaking on from the bottom road and having a bit of a rally round every now and then. So they're not meant to do. Marjolein's gifted a membership as well. Many thanks, Marjolein. That's actually gone to Josh Cunningham as well, who was just talking to her. That's lovely to see. Congrats, Josh. Marjolein, that's very kind. Thank you.
Thank you, Marjolein.
Jane Clark, good afternoon. Right, I hear the engines revving up. Here we go. Ryanair to Riga. Here we go. Wow, straight into the clouds. Alfie down in Lanzarote. How are you doing, Alfie? Yeah, Alfie says the terminal extension's being built fast. It's due to open in the spring, actually. They've knocked it up very fast indeed. It's a fair old size as well. If I'm not sure what Tom's looking at now, but if you just zoom out a little bit, Tom, you can see how big it is compared to the rest of the terminal. It's a fair old size. Max says he's off now. Point your camera down. Give us a wave, Max. See you, pal. Take care. I think he's been taking a few pictures and watching the planes. Gemma Proctor. Hello, Gemma. And Joanne Ingham. Good afternoon, Joanne. So that was Max, who is a regular in the stream, isn't he? Seems to be in the chat every time we're on. We'll be walking away with a wet bum. It's a very muddy floor. He's been sat down for the last half an hour.
Got a Jet 2 pushing back.
Yep. One of the red and silver ones. Marjolein, you've got to go. No problem at all. You take care. Whatever you're doing, have a nice afternoon. We'll catch you later on. Thank you, Marjolein. Dennis Whittaker, good afternoon. Yeah, give me gloves. It's never too late to put gloves on. But keep the wind off, seriously. Keep the wind off. Even if you put one on, keep off one on. Put them together and then the rest. So we had a Bizjet going out to Chambéry earlier. This Jet 2 is also going out to Chambéry. 800 series. Paul Usher, thank you, says please give the stream a like. It is the easiest way to support the channel, guys. Just leave us a little like, it makes us very happy. And big thanks to everybody that has. Cheers, Paul. Zishan says this Jet 2 that's pushed was meant to depart at 11:55. And according to what was reading earlier in the chat, I think it was Rod that mentioned it, there was having problems at Chambéry earlier on today, so that's probably the reason for the delay. Norman Shaw, very good afternoon, Norman. Paul Smith, how's it going, Paul? And Danny Jones, wow, what a lovely support. He sent us a £20 super chat. And that is very kind indeed, buddy. Thanks for the kind comment.
Cheers, Johnny.
Yeah, thank you. That's lovely, is that? And we will put that to good use. And hope you and your dad and your kids are keeping well. And your missus. Well, that is very kind. Thank you, Danny. Anybody that doesn't know, Danny runs the Yorkshire Spotters website and blog. Do check that out. That is the best site for the LBA movements. He puts some nice pictures on there as well, so do give that site a check. I always have a look at that site at the end of the day, actually, just for... He does update the movements every day. And I've said before, Danny, if you want to put a link to your site in the chat, feel free. I did notice the other day as well, he's got a link to our Blue Sky page on his Yorkshire Spotters. This is very kind. Thank you, Danny. Dalavan, good afternoon. Literally struggling to keep up with the chat at the moment, guys. It's going that fast. Right. Okay. You can hear some creaking in the background. That's actually our umbrella. It's keeping the wind off you a little bit, isn't it, Tom?
Not much.
Not much, but it's better than nothing. Hope Marjoleine's okay. I hope it's nothing bad. It's actually getting a bit windier, isn't it, Tom? It's
colder as well.
It is a bit. Looking at the weather forecast as well, guys, I think as we go towards the new year, we're in for another bit of a stormy one for a few days, and then after that, as we head into the new year, a northerly blast with some potential of some snow about as well. So, a bit of exciting weather coming up. So if we do get some strong winds, we'll certainly get down by the end of the runway and try and catch a few windy arrivals. Both got a week off now, haven't we, Tom? So we'll try and get as many streams in as we can. Oliver says, what's the oldest airport we've been to? Blimey, I have no idea. I think Leeds is 80 odd years old. Colin says we've hit 200 likes. Thanks, guys. German Bizjet's still not come out, has he? Alfie says Leeds is 90. Blimey, that's gone quick. I can remember for the 80th anniversary they did a fly past. And, God, that doesn't seem like 10 years ago. Wow, time flies.
Who did a fly past?
There was a military... I've forgotten. There was a military something. Not sure if it was a Spitfire or a Lancaster or something like that. Something did a fly past. Here we go, Jet 2 to Chambéry, 738. Yeah, Michael, you're right. Jet 2 started as a cargo airline. It was Channel Express, wasn't it? See there, the cloud base is probably lifted by a couple of 100 feet, but not a lot. Wow, Andrew Foster Travel says that LBA is 93, so it's older than I was thinking. Thanks for that, guys. 93. Now my question is, what was the first aircraft ever to take off from Leeds? That's I bet nobody knows that. I certainly don't. Wow, 1931. Wow. How old's Manchester then, guys? That's one for Google, isn't it? Oh, it must be cold. Tom's putting his electric socks on.
Yep.
Are you that cold?
It's freezing.
Right, Danny says, worth keeping an eye elsewhere. Humberside's down to 400 metres in fog. Manchester and Liverpool, viz dropping as well. What's the viz down at Manchester at the moment, Danny? Let's see, 400 metres at Humberside, but I can't see there being many flights out of Humberside today. Terry H. Very good afternoon, Terry. This is what I like about this location, actually. While there's not much happening, we do get to actually look at the aircraft, whereas down the end of the runway, you're left looking at an empty runway, aren't we? So it's quite nice up here. It's just not nice for Tom's feet. No. Just frantically trying to get his electric socks on. Full power, Tom. All 4 lights.
Yep.
Danny says 3,000 metres down at Manchester. Let's hope it drops a bit down there and we get some diverts. That'd be nice. Dennis Whittaker, a whopping thank you to you. He sent it says 5 Blue Sky gifted memberships. That is very kind indeed. Thank you. They have been given out. If you get one of them, do come in and say thank you, because that is very kind indeed. Much appreciated. And we did make a little start last night, tinkering with some of the new emojis, some of the emojis. We're going to have a bit of a chop and change. I'm going to do a few more tonight as well. Maybe update a few and for the members to play with. So yeah, so the more members we have, the more people we can play with the emojis in the chat. Julie Schofield, hello to you, saying 1938, according to the Tinternet, when Manchester opened. Thank you for that. So Leeds is older than Manchester. Wow. Colin sent us a £2 super chat. That's very kind, buddy. One of our superhero mods. We will put that back into the channel. Thank you, Colin. Darren, good afternoon, says 3 arrivals and 1 departure for the rest of the day at Humberside. Need a second runway. Yeah, a bit quiet at Humberside at the moment. That sort of amount of arrivals and departures, how do they keep, as a business, how do they keep it going? Can't be making any money. Danny Jones has got his eye on a Danish phenom, which is descending. You never know, Danny, it might come here, that'd be nice. We did see a Danish Challenger in here yesterday. We managed to catch that on stream. That was nice to see. OYINV, I think it was. Guess what I started doing last night, Tom?
What?
I started ticking numbers off in my book again.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Going back to the olden days. Proper spotting.
What did you tick off?
It was that 747 of Silkway that came past yesterday. I thought, have I seen that before? And I hadn't, so I'll give it a tick in the book. I ticked a few more off as well that I've not been keeping up to it lately. Michael says, do we remember the Britannia 727? I didn't know Britannia had 727s. So no, I don't remember that one. Danny says we've got another NetJets inbound, a Phenom, north of the field at the moment. That's good. Plenty of Bizjets, haven't we, so far? Tom Salisbury, hello to you. Who's flying out tomorrow morning down to the Canaries? Very nice. I think you'll be okay with the fog. The wind's actually picking up a little bit now. I don't have no extra ones on. I've just got 2 pairs on. Have you? I'm not seeing. Yeah, hope you have a lovely holiday, Tom. Karen A, I don't think that's quite right. The airport opened back in 1931. That might have been the first 747, Karen. Jake Smith, how you doing? Yeah, good point with the helicopters. Certainly not making the money off the passenger flights, are they? Pilot Fred says Brighton City is the oldest airport in the UK, 1910. Yvonne says the 727 was an awful aircraft to fly. Why, Yvonne? I must admit, I have been on one. It was a long, long time ago. I think I might not have even been a teenager. I think I was about 12 or 13. Tunis Air to Monastir is what I went on. That's the only 72 I've been on. That was a long time ago. Don't really remember it very well. Michael Rose off to Mexico on a Dreamliner, very nice. Would that be Cancun or Puerto Vallarta? Steve Dawson, very good afternoon. Anything happening down there, Tom? Feels like it's all been a bit flat.
Some passengers boarding the jet too.
All right.
That's it at the minute.
Give us a wave! Do you think they heard me?
Probably not.
Michael going to Cancun. Very nice indeed. We've been there, haven't we, Tom?
Cancun,
Yep. When you land, there is an old wreck of a 727 at the side of the runway. Keep your eyes open. I think it's still there. Well, how do you know it wonders? And that Bizjet Danny was talking about, it is still heading this direction, so we might have two Bizjets coming with a bit of luck. Steve Dawson, yes, that's lovely. Yeah, more photos we see on Facebook, the better. Oh, Andy Foster's travels off down to Australia in a month's time. Wow, I think that's for his 50th birthday. That's a fair old trek for your 50th. Hope you have a fantastic time, by the way. Katie Scarlett, how are you doing? And Neil Barnett, hello to you. No, not quite sure what happened there with the Jet 2 diverting to, was it Bilbao? That's one for the chat, I'm not sure myself. James Lawson, very good afternoon. Six Jet 2 737s on the ramp at the moment, and there's only this one that we're looking at now that's got any real action going on around it. All the others are just sat there having a bit of a nap, not making any money. Well, there's a guy in the chat with a nice name, Mr. Blue Sky. Hey, how you doing? Take care, Kyle. Phil Mills. Is it Mills? Mills. Phil Mills. Hello, Phil. And it says there's a 7-2 on at Faro as well. Jim says pan a little to the right, please. Go on, then we'll have a quick look around. You can see the other dormant 737s that are all just sat doing a lot of nothing. Dave UK, good afternoon, Dave. Dave says he's having 20 minutes with us, that's very nice. Neil Rhodes has joined the membership. Many thanks, Neil. Appreciate your support, buddy. There has been talking of a Britannia in the chats. I suppose quite a few of us will be on Facebook and on the Facebook groups down at Manchester, there has been a few nice photographs of Britannia Airways in the old colour schemes floating around on Facebook over the last couple of weeks. Very nice to see. Some pictures from the like 70s and 80s. Used to be able to walk down the piers on top of the departure piers at Manchester, Tom. Back in the day. Them days are long gone. James says his friend is loading the aircraft on stand 8.
Well, this is stand 8.
That's stand 8, the one we're looking at now. Be nice to see some old photos actually from Leeds or Manchester if anybody's got any. Let's pop them on the Facebook page. They're lovely to see. Exactly. Bizarre, isn't it? DJB Planes, how you doing? Yeah, had a lovely Christmas, thank you. Fairly quiet Christmas. These Bizjets should be getting a bit closer. Tom, I'll have a look on flight radar.
Which one's first?
I'm not sure. The little VistaJet that was pinging on flight radar has never come out either, has it? And can't hear his engines. Must have had a change of plan.
I can still hear it.
Can you?
Can you not hear it?
No. Yep, it's still pinging actually on the ground. And two Bizjets inbound. We're doing alright on Bizjets today. I think we've had 4 already. Now we're going to have another 3. This is not like Leeds. Next arrival will be the NetJets Phenom, which is on the ILS. The other Bizjet looks to be behind it by a few miles. According to Danny Jones, it's another Danish Bizjet that's number 2. So 2 Danish Bizjets in 2 days. Doing well. More ticks in my book, Tom.
Yeah. Are you actually going to do it?
Yep. Steve Jones says went on the Britannia 76 to Sanford in America from Leeds. Never knew they did that from Leeds, Steve. Lewis's Productions, how are you doing? Right, our little Bizjet's just popped below the clouds. Here we go. So this is a NetJets Phenom. Coming in from Edinburgh, this one up in Scotland. CSPHV, Papa Hotel Victor, the reg on this one. John Driscoll, hello John. And Joshua Leclerc, how are you doing, Joshua? Happy birthday for the other day. With a bit of luck, that'll roll long enough to get another look. Is he gonna do? He's not, is he? No, he stopped that pretty quickly. He's going to do a 180 behind the hanger, so I don't think we'll see that again. That's a shame. Until he departs. Oh, we can just see its tail. Yep, you can hear him taxiing onto multi-flights. He's had to do quite a fast backtrack there because there is another Bizjet on long finals. Grant Muddyman, good afternoon to you. Bob Smith, welcome Bob. Right, Tom, the next Bizjet's just about to pop below the clouds. I can just see a little light coming through.
Swing the camera.
Alan Burden, hello Alan, and many thanks. Just in time for a little Bizjet. This is a nice one actually. I believe it's a Danish registered executive jet. I've forgotten the type now, and we'll see when it gets a bit closer. No information. Say again?
I think it was a Phenom 300, wasn't it?
All right. Yeah, no information showing on flight radar for this one. It's one of them Bizjets with the not available wrote all over it. Kev Willis, hello Kev. Is this a black colour scheme? Oh yeah, very nice. Hopefully it'll roll a bit longer than the last one and reappear behind the hangars. Oh, just look, we get a second view. So he'll swing it round, he'll do a 180 and then taxi back to multi-flight. That's a very nice little jet. Neil saying first flight LBA to Ibiza 40 odd years ago. Wow. What aircraft was that on then? And John Driscoll, many thanks. Been in the membership for a whole year. That is very, very kind. Lovely support. Thank you, buddy. James says, Oscar Yankee, bravo, bravo, Lima, the reg on that one. Many, many thanks. So that is the second Danish Bizjet we've had this in the last 2 days. One yesterday, one today. Beefy, hello to you. He says it's an Embraer 505 from Cannes.
About two and a bit. It'll be dark in an hour.
Right, more inbounds coming as well. Next to join the ILS, just establishing as I speak, is a Ryanair from Fuerteventura. 738 MAX, so that's going to be down in the next few minutes. Right behind that is Aer Lingus, an ATR from Belfast. David Hill, good afternoon, David. Deborah Mee, how are you doing, Deborah? Can hear the engines of a Bizjet. I'm not sure if it's them just taxiing in or if it's one about to taxi out. Keep his eyes open, Tom. Danny Jones says he's got 4 Bizjets on a multi-flight now. SPIZU, CSPHV, DC Sun and OYBBL. So yeah, nice little selection of Bizjets on multi-flight. And anybody that's into photography, I'm sure a few of them will be available to get a picture of from the crash gate just below us. We do sometimes park them, 1 or 2 of them up against the door. You can't get pictures of them, but when you push them to the other side of the ramp, you can get a picture from the crash gate just below us. Alan Leslie, how you doing? John Taylor, a whopping thank you, sending us a £10 super chat. That is very kind, buddy. We will put that in the tripod fund. Many, many thanks. Thank you. It's a big, big thank you from me and Tom. Mark Purdy in Rotherham, good afternoon. Silent Pilot, very good afternoon to you too. LT Aviation, how are you doing? The next inbound's just about to come into sight, Tom.
Okay, 1 second.
He's got his boots off at the moment, tinkering with his electric socks. Jody Bug 14, how are you doing? Right, here we go, we'll swing it around. So this is a Ryanair from Fuerteventura down in the Canaries, and this is a MAX. Yeah, some nice ribbons coming off the wings, check that out. Awesome. Anthony Todd, good afternoon. Supermod Patrick's in the chat as well. Hello Patrick, lovely to see you yesterday. Hope you had a nice flight. I saw some of your pictures as well, Patrick, from the Ryanair, from your flight. Looked fantastic, some lovely photographs.
Oh, Bizjet.
There we go, that's a little VistaJet, DC Sun. I think that one's going out to Parma. We've had a lot of Bizjets. We've only been going an hour. It's almost like Luton. There's doing a very fast backtrack actually. There is an Aer Lingus on long final, so hence the rapid backtrack. And Joanne Ingham, that's very kind. She sent us a £10 super chat as well for the tripod fund. That is really kind. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne.
That is a big help. So many thanks. That is the one thing that's letting us down at the moment, isn't it, Tom? Is the tripod. It's
yeah.
Even though it's not a bad one, but it's not what you want, is it? So yeah, that is very kind. Thank you. Sharkface, hello to you. John Merton, very good afternoon, John. Max says he needs to hurry up. Yeah, that's Aer Lingus is getting closer. Okay, I hear the engines of the Citation revving up. This is going to get airborne pretty quickly, Tom. So, appear from behind these trees. Here we go. So that is a VistaJet Citation. Up and away. You can see the cloud base has lifted quite a lot actually since we arrived. Probably maybe over 1,000 feet above now. Always like to see my Bizjets. Big fan of the Bizjets. Right, next to land, Aer Lingus. Time for some prop emojis, guys. Come on, let's spam them. Charged up. I'll have a look in a minute. You mean that mouse thing? Yeah. There we go. I'll have my 2p's worth.
kitchen. Again. Didn't wait to do it. Just follow it on the stand with the bottom.
Okay, Tom's having a breather to warm his hands up, so you've got me behind the camera for a minute or two. Which means I can't see the chat for just a couple of minutes, guys, so bear with us on that one. Now, normally the park this around about stand number 6. Might just pop back into view with a bit of luck. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep it rolling. There we go. Yep, turning in for stand 6. Got stabilisation on or off, Tom? It's off. There we go, try and get it in the middle of the picture. Okay. Shut his engines down, here we go. Might just be able to zoom in just a little bit more. Let's have a look. No, I can't. That's not without going digital. Okay, we'll keep his eyes on this one for a... No, we won't. No, we won't. We've got action to the right. Jet 2 on the push. Say again? Oh my goodness. We've got some people rallying like they shouldn't be up here on the hill. Yeah. Check this out, guys. Just hope they don't come too close to us, Tom, because they're firing mud everywhere. Bring your camera back, buddy. You warmed your hands up.
Sort of, not really.
Gary Atkinson, a very good afternoon. Tony Quates, how are you doing, Tony? Mush says we've hit 300 likes. That is a very, very kind indeed. Thank you, everybody. The Jet 2 Leeds to Leeds is just overhead the airfield at the moment, making his way back inbound. Yeah, Danny, you're not wrong. Says that's the whole reason it got blocked off by cars. And they always manage to find a way in. I don't know if how bothered everybody is, but if anybody wants to phone the authorities and let them know, feel free. Just looking on flight radar, this Jet 2 that's taxiing out, still not pinging yet on my flight radar, so I can't tell you where he's going. I will in a minute, I'm sure he'll pop on. Julie Pickles, a very good afternoon, Julie. Patrick says it's going to Alicante. Is this one? Thank you, Patrick. Might have to put up with a lot of engine revving noises, guys, as these guys are thrashing the cars around us at the moment. I don't get the excitement in that, do you, Tom? Just,
No, not really.
smashing your car up, and then it'll take them 3 hours to clean all that off. James says that Jet 2 returning from a test flight overhead. Yeah, go on. Well, we've gone from people scrambling in cars to some big dogs coming towards us now, Tom. Oh. What next? An alien invasion? David Stocker, hello David. And yeah, Max, that's a problem, isn't it? There's not enough police around to be bothered about things like that. I mean, it's waste ground. They're out enjoying themselves. They shouldn't be doing it, but yeah. But if everybody did that, the world would be a bit of a mess, wouldn't it? So. Right, here we go. Jet 2 about to roll. So this is the 737-800 to Alicante. That was quite a long roll. You'll see as this climbs away, the cloud base has dropped a bit as well. It's, there we go, he's gone. Now, Tom, I don't know how good you are with a camera, but can you get that? That is a red kite, I think, that's just hovering over the multi-flight hangar.
There you go.
Yeah. We do have a new bird emoji, don't we, for the robin at Manchester? I think that's a bit bigger than a robin. That'd make a bit of a mess of any aircraft if they had a bump. There's a Bizjet pinging as well, showing us not available on flight radar. I wonder if that's the Danish Bizjet. I wonder if that's going to go back out. Next arrival is the Jet 2 that's been out on a test flight. It is on the ILS. Still a few miles out. Ian Livesey, how are you doing, Ian? Yeah, Bob says red kite. I think it had a forked tail, doesn't it? That is a red kite. Dwayne Curley, hello, Dwayne. Max says kites are great birds. They seem to just, I mean, they're a big old bird, but they just seem to hang there effortlessly, don't they? Weather looks to be deteriorating behind our umbrella, Tom. It's out to the west, looking a bit murky.
Is it going to fog over again?
Almost looks like it could start raining. Next aircraft is just popping below the clouds. I can't do what I'm assuming. Dwayne says, did we have a lovely Christmas? It was very nice, thank you. I hope you did as well. Michael, if only, if only. So this aircraft will be empty, so it should stop fairly quickly. Okay, how are you doing, Hawk? And Stuart, oh, hello Stuart, has sent us a £2 super chat as well. Many, many thanks, buddy. That is very kind. We'll feed that back into the channel. Much appreciated. Skating Banana, very good afternoon, how are you doing? "3:30 and the light is already starting to fade. Wow. So I think we'll probably, we've got about another maybe 20 minutes, half an hour tops before it's dark, guys. And we're certainly not hanging around in the dark tonight, Tom, with, with all these about. Lee Fern says, will we be doing a New Year's Eve or day stream? We're going to do as much as we can. Well, like I said earlier, both Tom's got next week off, I've got next week off work as well. So yeah, we'll do as much as we can. Don't want to go over the top of anybody else, obviously, but yeah, we'll do as much as we can. Yeah, Danny Jones has noticed we're rapidly approaching 20,000 subscribers. I think we're about another 300 or 400 off at the moment. So it's yeah, it's building up nicely. And massive thank you to everybody that has subscribed. Slowly creeping up towards that magical 20 mark.
Getting close.
I think you get a little plaque off YouTube or something like that to get to 100,000. So
I think we're quite a way off that.
Yeah, I might be a little old man on the brink of death by then, Tom. But you never know, we might get there. Bob says his mate is alive. I think that's down in Lanzarote at 4 o'clock. I might check that one out when we get home then, Bob. Cheers. John Hume. Good afternoon, John. Where's that Jet 2 one? park that one up. Huh? Right, next inbound is just about to swing onto the ILS. Oh, we've been shot at now, Tom.
Where did that come from?
It's the guy on the runway down there, look. He's shooting at the birds. He's probably shooting at that red kite, actually. And then we jump, did that. Is he going to do another? Can you see him?
I'm looking.
What was I saying before we got shot at? Yeah, Ryanair on just turning on to finals. Ooh, shooting at us again. It does work, that, actually. There's a couple of birds frantically flying off now in the opposite direction. So it's a Max that's inbound on the ILS, coming in from Tenerife.
I don't think it does work.
Why, what have you seen?
A load of birds over the runway.
Ah. Well, they scared one of them off. I saw one flying away. So we're getting a firework display as well. Fantastic. Andy D, hello to you. Yes, mega snow for Scotland on New Year's Day. I did say earlier we're in for a bit of a stormy spell, and then after the stormy spell it's going cold. Yes, northerly coming down. I hear the engines of that Bizjet, Tom. Keep your eyes open. Might be about to taxi out. Will do. Roy Orlemans. Hello, Roy. How you doing, pal? Been in the membership for, wow, a whopping 18 months. That is incredible support. Many, many thanks, buddy. Hope you've had a lovely Christmas period, Roy, and your birthday as well, and many happy returns. Can hear that Bisjet. It's definitely on the move. I think it's a Bizjet. It sounds very strange. Deborah Mullard. Hello, Deborah. Lee says, love snow. The good news is them 4x4 guys, they're off. They're heading away. I hope they've not covered my car in muck, Tom.
Maybe.
Right, next inbound is just coming into view. Now, we did get some nice ribbons off the last Ryanair, didn't we? Let's see if this one does the same. Oliver says, does Tom have ginger hair? No, don't. There's your answer. Here's some small ribbons coming off this one. Yeah, Lee, I agree. Bill, how are you doing?
He actually stands out alright.
And Oliver Bell, good afternoon. Oscar's train spotting, how you doing? Oscar's train spotting says he'll be passing in about 5 minutes to go to Murgatroyd's, the chip shop, so yeah, give us a beep on your way past, we'll give you a wave. Right, we said we'd do a 2-hour stream, didn't we, Tom? So we'll rapidly get in there, actually. This Bizjet's making a load of noise. I'm sure it's going to taxi out in a minute. We won't go before that. Now, how far's he going to go? Yep. It's starting to rain. I'm under the umbrella, it's right. Okie dokie. Let me take that back. That noise, is it the Bisjet? It has to be, doesn't it? It can't be anything else. I think it's taxiing actually, Tom. Right, keep your eyes open. Oh, good. Didn't see that. Sorry. Oh, right, I can see them. Bob Smith, thank you. Ruth, Mrs. Hawker, hello, Ruth. Darren Tones, hello to you. Yeah, just looking on flight radar, that Bizjet is taxiing down on taxiway Lima at the moment, Tom. So he's going to pop into view any second. Keep your fingers.
Okay.
Oh, there it comes. So it is the little Danish. There's a little Danish Bizjet that came in earlier. Nice way to finish today's stream, actually. We started with a Bizjet, we'll finish with a Bizjet. How's about that then? That's nicely going to bring us to a nice little 2-hour stream up here at Leeds. Before we go, I'll just say thank you to the mods for being there. Really, really appreciated. You guys are amazing. The chat has been... I think it's been as busy as it's ever been today, so really thank you everybody for participating in the chat. It's been very nice. Hope you're all having a nice weekend, and thank you. We've had a lot of likes today, 350 likes in 2 hours, that's incredible. Thank you guys. And a lot of support for the channel as well in donations and memberships, that is very kind, much appreciated. That is going in the tripod fund, so that's very kind. We'll put anything we get back into the channel. Hopefully going to be live tomorrow, aren't we, Tom, down at Manchester?
We should be.
Yeah, we'll schedule a stream later and pop it on Facebook. We'll let you know a time. Just noticed Sandy B's in the chat as well. Hello, Sandy. Right, well, one more departure, which is just turning round at the end of the runway. Can't tell you where it's going actually, because it's showing as not available on my flight radar. That was a proper firework. Panda roll, hello to you. We're just about to close the stream down, Panda, I'm afraid, but welcome along. It's actually starting to drizzle a bit as well, isn't it, Tom? It's spoiling itself. They're shooting away at the other end of the runway. There must be some bird activity going on down there. Oh, Ruth, who did this yesterday, joined as we were just finishing. Never mind, Ruth, there's always tomorrow. I would imagine they'll be holding this Bizjet until the birds are clear. Still shooting at them, you can hear them shooting away at the other end, right down at the lift-off point. I'll stick a bit of mod love in the chat as well there with for the moderators. Much appreciated, guys. I think the ops car's sat in the loop at the moment. Anthony Gray's popped in as well. Hello, Anthony. We are just finishing, Anthony. But nice to see you. Right, here we go. I can hear his engines revving up. He's going. So here's the last one for us for today. The little Danish Phenom on the roll. Should just get to see this rise lift off in front of us. Oh, he's up early. And he's going to disappear into the clouds pretty quickly. It's a very low cloud base. Wow. That is the earliest takeoff ever. That was a proper rocket launch. Right, guys, we'll head back to the car before it gets dark and before it gets much wetter. It's starting to rain. So, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. But from me and Tom up on the hill, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care now. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Starting to get wet.